Hi Capricorn, I'm Ronique and welcome to Scorpio Soul Time. I hope you all are doing well. Welcome to your April 2024 monthly tarot reading. This is where we're going to look at the astrological energies of this month. This is one of the most energetically charged months of 2024 because we have so much energy as we even enter into April. We do have eclipse season that we're already underway. We already had that full moon solar eclipse that we had already, and then we are also going, your cards are going everywhere, Capricorn. We are also having Mercury retrograde starting in Aries, starting on April 1st. We have the huge total eclipse in Aries, and we have that huge conjunction between Jupiter and Uranus in Taurus. So much energy going on, and we have a Scorpio full moon this month. So Capricorn, it's a lot. So we're going to get right into it. Do take a look at your sun, moon, and rising signs in this video series, and you can already tell my words are getting flubbed up. That's always nice when we have Mercury retrograde, so if I stumble over my words, please forgive me. If you have any concerns or needs for a tarot reading, a personal tarot reading, I also offer that service. Take a look at the link below and I can help you with anything you need. All right, Capricorn, I put all the important dates in the link below. Let's get started week by week. You start off the month with the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse, as well as the Three of Swords, also in the reverse. Second week of April, you have the Seven of Swords, as well as the Temperance card, Sagittarius energy there. Third week of April finds you with the Six of Wands, as well as the Five of Wands. Last week of the month, you do have the Three of Wands and the High Priestess, another major arcana card in the reverse. Okay, so already can see some conflicts with possibly other people. Remember that Libra eclipse that we did have in March could have set off some type of realizations around people, communication amongst possibly colleagues, friends, family. But let's take a look and see what energy you came out of March with and what you are entering into April with, okay? Spirit, if you can send me a card for Capricorn representing their month of March. And you do have the Queen of Swords in reverse. So Capricorn, for many of you all, March could have been a big month of trying to get information, trying to get a decision made. There could have been someone who was in power who either didn't make a decision or you were waiting on them. This could have been you trying to make a decision around an important event in your life. This could have been at home, your work, your community. Some type of important conversation needed to be had in March. And I do feel like some of you Capricorns feel like that didn't happen or it didn't go the way you would have liked to. I do think as we enter into April, there is going to be this residual kind of like undercurrent of like, why wasn't that said or why wasn't that conversation had? I wish I would have been able to talk to someone. Keep this in mind throughout the month because with all of this huge energy with the eclipse, with the conjunction, with Mercury retrograde, I do think that this could come out throughout the month, but it may not really get clear until May. So do just keep that in mind. I already saw some of your cards around conflict down here and possibly some information not being completely true or everything told there in that second week. So just keep that in mind. Stay really open to new communication, okay? All right, Capricorn, let's go ahead and pull an oracle card. Spirit, please send Capricorn an oracle card for the month of April. and you have traveler, move in a new direction. Now, what I already love about this energy is the traveler already signifies Sagittarius energy, right? That is that energy of wanting to be able to explore, go to new places. I think it's interesting you also got the Temperance card that second week of the month. So this is already symbolizing to me, Capricorn, that many of you all will be moving away from where you currently live. Maybe you could be taking a sabbatical, or possibly you are moving away from a group of people. It doesn't necessarily mean that this is a long trip. It could be you just moving companies, or it could be a mindset of you wanting to explore, wanting to try new things. I do think it's important when it says move in a new direction. Spirit is reminding you, you are getting I heard stuck. You are getting stuck in your old ways, and Spirit wants to remind you this is the time. We're past now the spring equinox. We are now coming into this new astrological new year. Spirit wants you to use this energy to go in a new direction and explore the world. And if this isn't in the physical, it could be spiritually. It could be connecting to new people. Okay, so keep that in mind as you go through the month of April. And I think this is really important for you too, Capricorn, because like I was saying, I already saw some type of conflict here, but I also think it's interesting that as you look over all of your cards, you only have two major arcana, that Temperance card and this High Priestess. So there is this feeling of using your intuition, not just trusting what your eyes are telling you. This first week of April, I can already see some type of money conversations could be had. And with that Three of Swords, it feels like you're healing from a conversation that possibly you had back in March, or you haven't gotten all the information. I'm sensing some of you have asked for a raise, have gone to a boss with that Queen of Swords back in March, and they were like, well, let's just wait for the first quarter to pass. Like there's some type of residual information you're waiting on. And I do think by the time you get into that second week of the month, someone is holding back some information that you're not too pleased about, but you're actually thinking bigger than where you're at. And I do think that some of you are possibly leaving a situation. By the time you get into this third week, some of you are going to be congratulated or praised for some kind of work that you do in a group setting. Some of people may not be that happy. I'm just letting you know this is around the eclipse time. This is around that conjunction between Jupiter and Uranus. So be prepared for that. And then by the time you end the month, you are looking at your new strategy for the upcoming spring. You're moving past what all of this heaviness was back here. So that's really good to see. So let's take it week by week, Capricorn, and let's just see what we are working with when we enter into April. So that first week of the month, we have Mercury stationing retrograde in Aries on the 1st. And then Sun conjuncts the North Node in Aries on the 4th, and then Venus enters Aries. During this period of time, Capricorn, really take a look at your finances. Take a look at where it is that maybe you've been holding on to false hope or false dreams, meaning like if you went and asked your boss for a raise and they were like, well, once you reach this status or you've accomplished these goals, then we'll talk about it or then we'll think about it. I want you to think differently, Capricorn. This may be a time where you're like, you know what? I'll keep playing their game at work, but on the side, I'm going to start, coming up with my own clients, coming up with my own service. There's something in the beginning of the month that you're not just waiting on others to move forward. And I think that that is a really big deal, okay? Now, by the time you get to the second week of April, this is when we do have Mars conjunct Saturn on the 10th. And remember, we have that total solar eclipse, new moon in Aries on the 8th. during this period of time, some kind of conversations around power, who has the power, who doesn't, this balance of some people are going to feel like, okay, they're hiding secrets, or some type of information starts being stirred during the second week of April. And I do think that many of you all are taking the high ground and you're like, you know what, this may be a good time for me to go on vacation, or this may be time for me to start exploring other options. And I do think that traveler card that we got in the beginning saying move in a new direction, this is the time for you all to start thinking about it, okay, around that eclipse time. Now, by the time we move into the third week, Capricorn, you do have this progression of energy here with the 5 and 6 of Wands. You felt like during maybe the first few weeks of the month where things possibly were being hidden from you. I do think by the time you get to that third week of the month, we have the sun entering Taurus on the 19th, and then we have that great Uranus and Jupiter conjunction in Taurus on the 20th. Big energy right there. Pay attention to the people you are talking to during this time. Some type of money conversations could come back up. Some of you could actually be getting a raise or a promotion, or you hear news of new opportunities opening up somewhere else, maybe at a different company. There is some kind of conversations around wherever people were not getting along in the past, you are actually seizing the moment. And I do think that some of you could be traveling during this time, or it could lead to travel, like people weren't getting along and now maybe you've been awarded a great client in another city or state. There's some kind of travel possibly involved here too. So really good to see. Now, by the time you end April, this is when we have a full moon in Scorpio on April 23rd, and then Mercury retrograde ends in Aries on the 25th. We will have Venus entering Taurus on the 29th, and then Mars enters Aries on the last day of the month of April 30th. Now, with this energy, I will tell you, many of you all need to trust your instincts, your intuition, as opposed to your eyes and ears. I do think some of you all are strategizing on how you can get out of a current situation, how you can possibly meet new clients. And I'm also hearing with that traveler card, some of you all will be seeking international clients, or those who are outside of like your current city or state. There is some kind of reaching out that you're going to do. So I definitely think that by time you end the month, Capricorn, new horizons are opening up and you're no longer stressed about whatever this Queen of Swords announcement was from last month. So overall, Capricorn, big month it is for everybody, but I hope you take advantage of those really important messages that came through here. I do think that moving in a new direction is going to be definitely what you need to take advantage of this month. Okay, Capricorn, I hope you all have a great April, and I'll talk to you later.